Hello, welcome to the start of a very chill, cozy weekend reading vlog. So, the book I'm reading currently is Daydream by Hannah Grace. I did start this one on audiobooks and I just got the physical copy today. So, I'm gonna find where I was at. I think I was at chapter 5 because I started at work. So I'm gonna find my spot in the book and continue from there with the audio and physically reading it because so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking Henry's personality and Hallie, the main girl in here. She's very much an elder sister who doesn't really know how to do things for herself. She's a people pleaser, as she say, and it's all because of her role in her family where she's always doing everything for them, always being told, oh, Hallie doesn't care, she'll do it without being asked first. So far, it looks like we're going to get more into her character and how that makes her feel and how it has led her to who she is today. Because we do start the book with her being broken up with by her boyfriend, which was also her friend from years ago. Like they grew up together and everything. So it's like a friends to lovers situation between those two. And he broke up with her because basically she's boring and she doesn't want to do something that he wants to do. And he's basically tired of her. So that's what I got from reading it so far. And I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. It's like a fun little romance read. I like reading romances after reading a few fantasy books because it's a nice palate cleanser for me. It's like getting into something more lighthearted and easier to read because fantasies you have to really pay attention to. Romances, they are easier to get into and pay attention to, and also they go by so fast. Like when you're reading them, it's like they're over with in 1 second. Like, did I just read that? Like, how is it done already? So I like that sometimes. So I'm in the mood for Daydream right now, so it's what I'm reading. So this reading vlog is gonna basically be me reading the books I feel the most like reading right now. That's on my September TBR. I might deviate from that. I might not. Hopefully, I stick to my TBR because, like many readers, I don't stick to my TBR, but I do like to read my physical books. Like I do have a high interest in them. That's why I got them physically. So if I do deviate, they will still most likely be books that I own on my physical TBR. Like I have a physical TBR card right here, and a lot of them I'm looking at. I'm like, I want to read them already. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Daydream, and I'll update you on my thoughts later on. Good morning. I just got a new mug a couple of days ago and I'm so happy with it. This is my first time using it. It has like these little leaves around it. It's so pretty. And at the bottom, I'm in love. I'm drinking tea right now. It's mint tea because my stomach is feeling a little bit upset. So I like to drink mint tea in the early morning before I eat any breakfast. But I am reading Daydream still. It's been a few days since I've last updated this vlog. I honestly almost forgot that I was even doing this vlog until I was reading Daydream last night. Then I was like, wasn't I doing a sort of reading vlog for this? But anyways, I think I said I was gonna do a weekend reading vlog. This is gonna go up to Monday. So technically no longer a weekend reading vlog. Plans have changed. It'll just be a cozy days reading vlog, I guess. But yeah, Daydream, I'm loving it so far. It's really great. Henry and Hallie have such good chemistry together and I really like that. I really love slow burn romances and they sort of don't have a slow burn in here. I am known for stopping 80% of the way through a romance book because the couple got together. Yeah, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this one. So far, they seem like they're gonna get together soon, but I hope they still have like that good friendship vibe with each other. That's what will make me still be interested in reading a romance book. Because honestly, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a slow burn romance. Like Icebreaker was not a slow burn romance, and I was able to read it and enjoy it still. So I'm enjoying this one still, and hopefully, I'm in the mindset where if they get together early, I will still push through and read it because I know I love a good slow burn. Like, I'm so weird. I just love it when it's the build up instead of the actual being together part, you know? I don't know if you get me, but yeah. So far, it's really good. Hallie, she needs to work through some issues with her family because those people, they take such advantage of her, and I really hate it. It's getting me angry sometimes. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Daydream. I do want to read something else though. Like last night, I was looking at graphic novels that have like fall vibes that I could read. I saw Pumpkinheads. That one looked like a great one, so I put in a request for it. So hopefully I get it soon because it says available soon, and that usually means like 2 to 3 days. So if I get that one soon, I'll start reading that one as well. But for now, I really, really want to read The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. Like this one, ooh, I'm in the mood for something funny. It's kind of a theme where these two look the same. Like they have the same color pattern, sort of. Like Daydream and Wisteria Society, they have like that blue look to it. And then I also want to start Shiver by Junji Ito. I haven't read a Junji Ito in a while, and I wanted to read like something graphic novel or manga like, but scary, or at least have spooky fall vibes. And Shiver, definitely, definitely scary. Do you see this cover? Like, yeah, Junji Ito, he never fails with his scary manga. I think I'm gonna start this one. I don't really know much about this. I think it might have that similar pattern where he has stories centered around different people. So I'll just read like those stories. I won't like try to read it in one sitting. I'll just read each story and like get through that. But then I want to finish Lady Scrundles in this vlog and Daydream. So this one I'll just be reading parts. It's the only Junji Ito book I own. I need to look into more of his work. I've only read 3 of his works thus far. I really like his stories and I really like his art style, so I do need to check more into his work. I like the chills his books give me. I don't read horror books because I had that one experience years and years ago when I was very young, and I shouldn't have been doing that. I read a Stephen King book. I still don't remember what it was called, but I have a very vivid imagination, and when I was reading that book, I could see like every horrid detail. So it was not a great time. And I actually had a nightmare from that book, and I actually didn't end up finishing it. I was very close to finishing it, but I was like, no, 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 I can't do this anymore. 2 nights straight of nightmares? Nope. Yeah. But I've been thinking, we're going into October spooky season. Maybe I should give myself a challenge where I read horror books that's outside of my comfort zone. I barely go outside of my comfort zone and read like different genres that I don't usually read. So maybe I'll do that and see how that works out. See if I still get nightmares after reading those type of books, or if I find something very spooky to read. Or maybe just thrillers, but thrillers are kind of easier. They're not really spooky. I need like horror, you know? I'm gonna try to Pekin Fisher book. It sounds like it's horror. For I think it's called What Moves the Dead. I requested it on audio, so it may not be as scary. Just so I could be on the safe side and not be too spooked out if I'm listening to it instead of reading it, because I'm not scared watching horror. So I suppose listening to it won't be as scary. But yeah, I will still try to get a horror book, actual horror book to read. So yeah, those are my reading plans for the next few days. To read these 3, finish up Daydream, start and finish The Wisteria Society of Lady Scrangels, and read some of the parts in Shiver, and hopefully get horrified. I finished Daydream. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of sad finishing it because I was really enjoying reading about Hallie and Henry, especially Henry, because he is so chaotic. Like his mind's always spiraling, and I just really love reading through his perspective because this is a dual POV book, and I really like that because you really needed to see both characters' point of view and how they go about their life when they're not with each other, because that really makes you grow with them and learn much more about them. It just made me appreciate them much more. And I just enjoyed reading about each of their problems that they were trying to resolve in their life, and the part where they just fall in love slowly, but first becoming friends and trying to see if they want to go further than that. Like, I really like that Daydream, it didn't like just go straight into them being romantic partners. They were like friends first, and even in the end, they're basically friends but also romantic partners. And I really love that in romance books. I like it when they fall in love first as friends because it just makes the story so much more fulfilling, because you're reading about them like joking with each other, forming a friendship, and then having that hot chemistry that you have with your romantic partners, you know. It felt so good reading this book. It's so cute. I did give it 4.5 stars. I checked back on when I rated Icebreaker, and I rated it 4.5 stars, but honestly it was more like a 4 stars, so I need to change my rating for it. But this now, Definitely a 4.5 star for real. Like, I highly enjoyed it. I never lost interest in reading. I never got bored reading it. It was just perfect. Especially the friendship how they form with the other characters in here. It was so good, especially that scene when the girls were helping her with her book because Hallie, she's writing this book for this competition, and one of her goals is to finish her book. And same girl, same. I want to finish a book one day. I hope to be like Hallie and finish a book for the first time. I was so happy for her when she finally was like, I finally wrote a book, like completely, you know. I want to be like her one day. But yeah, Daydream, so good. I love it so much. And I'm gonna go ahead now and start the Wisteria Society of Lady Scrunchles because I've been wanting to read that forever now. So I'm gonna pick it up immediately.
Don't hold it against them. They're actually not all that bad. Where to? I'll be your escort this evening.
Oh, just going to the bakery.
Don't get alarmed. I'm being followed.
So it's the next day, it's Monday. I did start the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, and I'm exactly 100 pages in it. I'm at chapter 9. The thing is, yesterday when I started it, I suddenly wanted to watch Howl's Moving Castle because there are flying houses in this book, and that just reminded me so much of Howl's Moving Castle. So I was like, let me finally go and rewatch that because I haven't watched that in years, and I've always seen the fan art of Howl and Sophie, and I've always wanted to rewatch it, but it really convinced me. You need to go rewatch that, girl. And I did, and it was so good. There was a lot I forgot about it, like the time period that they're set in, and also it's kind of like steampunk. So I really enjoyed watching that. It was so great. I want to say though, the romance in there was very unconvincing, but nonetheless, I enjoyed them together. But yeah, this book is very ridiculous. It's historical fiction with fantasy elements. So you have flying houses because based on what I know, this lady years and years ago, she found this incantation that only she and the woman that she told the incantation know how to make any object move, including houses. So yeah, they basically are kind of like witches, but not really. Like that one lady, she formed this society that ended up splitting into witches and the Wisteria Society. The Wisteria Society contains of criminals because they use the incantation to steal from people and cause havoc. So yeah, the witches and the Wisteria Society are separate and basically they're not friends. From what I've read, the witches and the Wisteria Society hate each other. But I'm just enjoying this one so much. It's so good so far. It's not like a 5-star read, but it's very humorous and you definitely can tell that you're not supposed to take anything too serious. Otherwise, you'll be mad with accuracies and characterization because it's just purposely ridiculous. And then I actually went on to read Shiver this morning. I wanted to start this one, so I did, and ooh, so scary. Like, I read the first 2 stories in here and they were so good. I'm gonna continue reading this one because it's captured my attention a whole lot. I did say I wanted to finish the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by today, but I'm probably gonna finish it tomorrow because I'm just enjoying this one. The stories in this, I'm enjoying them a whole lot. So I'm gonna continue reading this. So we're ending the vlog here today. It's Tuesday, and I unfortunately fell sick, so definitely ended this vlog. But besides that, I actually finished Shiver, and the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. I didn't expect to finish this at all, but I enjoyed reading it so much that I just continued. I came from work early, so I just continued reading this one and ended up finishing it late at night. That was perfect time to read it too because the stories further down here, they just got much more gory and creepy, and honestly makes you want to shiver like in fear. The title for this is so fitting. Junji Ito, he chose the most weird, gory stories to put in here that definitely it will have your skin crawling and you just feel very uncomfortable. So yeah, one of my favorite stories in here was the one called Long Dream, because it's like this guy, every time he falls asleep, he ends up dreaming for like 2 months, a year, 2 years, even 100 years. And in the end, and he had an internal dream. And if you want to read it, definitely I recommend reading it so you can see like what happens with that. But I just find that concept so cool. But the images were so gory. Like, but still, I love it so much. I give this one 4 stars. One of the stories that made me the most uncomfortable was the fashion model, because that lady, she looks so creepy. Like, he did a great job, like portraying her that way. Like, ooh, even when she's just doing regular stuff, just seeing her face creeps me out. Then this one now, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I expected to. India Hilton, I think this was her first published novel. Maybe it was her debut. I haven't really looked into that, so don't quote me on that. I'm actually happy I read the Ornithologist Field Guide to Love first. Wait, that's her most recent release. And it's also a series. I'm going to continue that one because I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It was very fun and like romantic and cool with a little magical aspects in there. But this one, I enjoyed it a lot in the beginning, but as soon as we got to the middle, to like the rising and falling action part, I I kind of lost interest. Like, I actually switched to audiobook so I could listen to it instead and see if I would enjoy it more. But it didn't change. I did start to enjoy it a bit more at the end, so I started reading along with it physically. But in the middle, it really fell flat for me. I'm giving this one 3 stars. It's fun and hilarious, yeah, but I wasn't really interested in the plot line. I don't know. Even the romance wasn't hidden for me. The romance in the Ornithologist Field Guide to Love, I like that one. But this one, they just felt like they didn't really have much chemistry. Like, it didn't feel believable, you know? So these are the 3 books I read in the past few days. I really enjoyed Daydream. I give this one 4.5 stars, Shiver 4 stars, and then The Wisteria Society 3 stars. That's like descendant order. Didn't mean to do that, but that's just how it went. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one.